Hello, Aquarians. This is Karen, the Forest Empress, and I am here with your May 1st through 15th tarot card reading. I will also be pulling a fairy oracle card as well as an animal oracle card at the end to tie it all together. Before I start the reading, I just want to say very quickly thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, shared, subscribed, even just watched the videos. I really appreciate all the positive feedback, and it's just warmed my heart to read all the loving, beautiful things that people have had to say, and I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, so thank you so much. If you would like to learn more about me, I have put up an introductory video, which is about 8 minutes long on my channel. If you would like to learn more about what I do aside from tarot card readings, that is actually writing books. And at the end of this reading, I will show you one of the books. And if you seem interested, you can watch that video or, you can just learn more. I'll tell you just a brief thing at the very end. And that the books are actually why I'm doing fairy and animal oracle cards. The fantasy series that I write is about an enchanted forest where there are kingdoms of magical beings like fairies, nymphs, trolls, gnomes that live somewhat in harmony with the animal kingdoms within this enchanted forest as well. So we have both of those oracle cards to tie everything together today. Let's get right into your reading though, Aquarians. The first thing you have in the first week of May is the King of Pentacles. This could be somebody that you are coming across in the first week of May. It is probably a male, probably an earth sign, but it could be a female or it could be somebody who just embodies the traits of this earth sign person. This, and if it's not a person, it actually provides some advice. So we'll talk about what that is. This is someone who is very good in business. They have their own considerable wealth. They tend to be unpretentious and they are slow to anger and have a very stable personality. If this is not you, this could be somebody that you're coming across and somebody that would, it would be beneficial for you to take notice of this person and how they respond to kind of everyday stimuli. And maybe it's something that you could take to heart in the way that you deal with people. But it could also mean that someone could be helping you financially. There could be some wealth coming in from somewhere unexpected, maybe having to do with a King of Pentacles person. Or you could just be, earning some good money at the beginning of May, and you could be yourself feeling like this King of Pentacles seated on your throne with all your material well-being. The next card that comes up kind of relates to it, but it is a little more of a feminine card. This happens to be my favorite card in the deck, and it's coming up for you in the first week of May. This is the Empress. This is a card of abundance, comfort, financial security, success in your endeavors, especially in financial successes. This also has to do with protection, security, and in terms of if you're a female or if you're dealing with an important female in your life, this could be indicative of childbirth, motherhood. If you are trying to get pregnant, this would be a good time to try in this first week of May. Because you could be very fertile at this time. Or if you're a man watching this and you're hoping for a baby, maybe let your wife or partner know that this is a good time to get that going and see where that goes, because there's a lot of fertility confirmed with this card showing up. This card can also be the establishment of a firm foundation, of a project, of a relationship, of a family. So this is a really good card to come through, and especially upright and followed by the King of Pentacles. We have two great material success cards coming in the first week of May. The third card we have coming up, though, is someone who may cause a little hiccup for you. This is the Queen of Wands in reverse. So creative venture could be delayed a little bit. There could be someone who embodies this kind of fiery energy, likely a female, but it could be a male, somebody that could just kind of get in your way for a creative venture, or just someone who could be very important in this first week of May for, that you could just be observing from a distance, and it could be providing a lesson for you. Maybe that doesn't even directly affect you. This person, is telling you to, not to discount your own independence. Try to avoid jealousy, try to avoid being too dictatory and telling people what to do, because this person in reverse does like to do that. And if you're feeling vengeful about something, I would just take a big step back from the situation, because it's not going to end well, especially with this person involved. And to watch your temper. And if you come across this person, just be aware of her temper, because it could be something that affects you, and you don't want it to stand in the way of what you are trying to accomplish at this time. So, you know, and like I've said in other videos, the way that people treat you has so much to do with them and really nothing to do with you. So just try to think of your interactions with people as a mirror, for kind of maybe, you know, how they see themselves is how they're treating you. And the way that you react says, you know, speaks volumes about who you are, and, you know, where you're coming from, because we don't need to react to people that want to push our buttons, even though it might be easy for them to do, or it might be easy for you to react. It actually will fare better for you in the long run if you just, you know, harness more of this King of Pentacles and Empress energy if somebody's coming in and trying to be difficult with you in that first week of May. Don't let them stomp all over you, because you have way more positive cards than you do negative. And so just, you know, keep your wits about yourself and keep your composure, because you're going to be the one taking the high road and looking better in the long run. In the second week of May, we do have another possibly woman who could be difficult. It could be the same person coming up in both ways, or it could be two different people, or it could be another lesson that you are observing how other people act and react to each other that you could be learning from. So the Queen of Swords, she can be kind of a jealous person. She can be harsh towards other people and harsh in her judgments. And again, it's a total reflection on her and not a reflection on you. You don't have to buy into other people's judgments of you, because they really mean nothing. The only thing that matters is what you think of yourself, and you know, and that's just what matters. You don't have to take these people's opinions into consideration, because they're really not relevant to you at all. You are on your own journey, and nobody knows how to walk that journey better than you do. So if you're coming across someone who seems very harsh, even if you're just a bystander witnessing it, just remember to, you know, it could be a lesson to take a look at your own morals and actions in regards to how you're viewing this person. Now, the second card that we have coming up in the second week of May is the Strength card. This is a great card. It's another beautiful major arcana that's coming up for you, Aquarians. This is courage in defeating bad attitudes and hatred towards you. That's such a hard word, but if you are feeling that coming from other people, like, you have the strength to overcome it, and just like let all that be just chatter and white noise in the background, and don't take that into consideration, because it really has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. And let them wallow in their own self-pity and own unhappiness and hatred, and you can, you know, be rising above it and shining, and you know, just ignore those people who whisper in the background, because they probably don't have very happy lives. This card is also saying that you are going to triumph over your enemies and triumph over anything that you're trying to overcome right now, and triumph into success. So if you've had any health issues in the past, this is saying that it's you're going to see an improvement in your health, and this is also providing you the strength to continue on to get back onto that completely healthy track if this is relevant to you. Now, in the second week of May, the third card we have coming up is the Two of Swords in reverse. So there could be some trickery afoot. If you've been indecisive about something, it could be coming back to bite you in the butt. So I would suggest that if there is a decision to be made in the first week of May, that I would make the most informed decision possible, and looking to your own morals and actions in order to make that decision. Because there could be somebody that you trust who you may find out could have, you know, betrayed you in some way, but remember that you have the Strength card, and you know, and it could be with this Queen of Swords that's coming in. These swords can be very cutting, and it represents air, and it has a lot to do with communication and how people use their words. And so just you know, if somebody, maybe you heard somebody saying something behind your back, you know, maybe you want to confront them about it. That's at your own discretion. But I wouldn't take it too personally. You know, a lot of people have things to say behind people's backs that they don't have the balls to say to their face, and that, again, reflects only on them and not on you. So don't take it into consideration. Just reflect only on all the positive things that you have in your life, all the aspects of your life that you're grateful for, because that is what is going to really end up shining through. And then these people are going to be really eating their words in the long run. So let's pick a fairy oracle card to see what your message is for Aquarians. Oh, and this is perfect for Aquarians because this is something that you guys are wonderful at, and you don't even need to put in much effort to be an individual. So this is expressing your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. So don't listen to other people's opinions of you. Just know what your own self-worth is. Know what you have to offer, because you have some very unique gifts to offer the world. And that's something that's amazing about Aquarians. And they're great at looking at the bigger picture of things. So really use that creative energy and your individualistic nature to let yourself shine through in this first 2 weeks of May. Let's see what animal is going to be providing strength and insight for us. Not for us, for Aquarians. I'm not an Aquarius, I'm actually a Pisces. But I guess I was feeling that Aquarian energy. Let's see what we have. We have the beaver. This is productiveness. Go ahead and just do it. So if it's something that, if you've been waiting to take action on something, or if you've been listening to too many people's opinions of yourself saying you can't do that, this is for you to call BS on that, because you absolutely can do it. You have all the resources at your fingertips. And, you know, much like the beaver who spends his days chopping down trees, collecting tree bits and twigs and things like that, he ends up making this beautiful dam, which actually affects all of nature around him, because he actually has the ability to completely stop and halt moving bodies of water. So if you have something important to say, say it, because it really could make people take a step back, and it really could affect people in a very positive way. And just remember to stay productive, and, you know, keep working towards your goals, and just don't pay attention to anything that other people may say, because they're probably just jealous of you, and they would have good reason to, because you have a lot to offer the world. Thank you so much, Aquarians. Just really quickly before we go, I just want to show you one of my books. I said I would at the beginning of the reading. This is book 1 of the Forest Spirit series. It is called The Falling. I read under the pen name T. Damon. You can find this on Amazon. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out my introductory video. The Falling book 1 is available. Book 2 is called The Haunting. It is also available, and book 3 will be out this summer. So I hope you have a wonderful last 2 weeks of May. Thank you so much for all your support, for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes. If you enjoyed this video and have not subscribed, I recommend you do. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will see you in a couple weeks for the end of May readings. Thanks, Aquarians. Bye.